Hello, hello, friends. Welcome back. It's time. It's time for another Mahjong Monday. I've missed Mahjong. My dearest, my beloved. Uh, we wanna win with Sumonron, play, don't deal in, finish well. The usual. Let's hop in. I'll do my little spiel at the start because this isn't a focused fundraising stream, but we are raising money for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund as part of Pokemon for Palestine. If you are financially able, please go ahead and donate either the link in chat or the pinned the panel below the stream. I would heavily appreciate it. We're raising money for a good cause. We've passed 2.8K, I think, across the whole fundraising thing. So like that's pretty cool. So if you're able to, please donate. I would really appreciate it. That said, welcome. Hello, everyone. We're gonna do some chill mahjong today and chat about the week. How have y'all been doing? I've had a busy week between collabs and appointments and all that nonsense, and this week is shaping up to be another busy one. So I'm trying to get some rest where I'm able. But it's going. things are happening. Everything is happening so fast. But I've been having fun. So I'm glad for that. Luckily, my appointments this week are not at ungodly times. Next week I have to get up at like God knows when in the morning for an appointment on Tuesday, and that's gonna be hell. But I guess Wednesday I gotta get up kind of early, but it's not so bad. So I don't have to go anywhere. I just have to be awake. Next week I gotta get up and like drive to an appointment, and that's gonna be rough. Yeah, I hope the weekend has treated y'all well. Ugh. Stretch my arms. The weather has not been kind to my bones. Unfortunately. Ugh. I gotta go to the store and get more scallion pancakes. Because I've been doing scallion pancakes with eggs for my breakfast recently, and that's a good start to the day. A local board game meetup that involved getting at 6:30 to drive there. Ugh, I'm so sorry. That's horrible. Suji, cool. Figure we can make something work here. Pawn. We ditch the 5 and pray. Cool. 10 by. I'm glad it was fun at least. But yeah, that wake up time. Oof. That is rough. Ugh. I've been trying to be proactive with taking, because the problem is I'll take like Tylenol or whatever for a while, and then I'll be like, all right, I need to give my organs a break, because if you take Tylenol for an extended period of time, it can be bad for your body. So it's like, all right, I'll give it a break. I won't take it for the next week, and then I'll forget it exists. I'll just fully forget that you can take Tylenol. So I've been trying to be proactive with it because the weather is hurting me, and hopefully that'll stave off the worst of it. But it's gonna be a deal-in, isn't it? That's fine. Of all the deal-ins, I'm fine with that one. Oh. Poor Shimocha. We are west. Dora is 8. So we have 5, 7, 1, 4, 6, 9, 3, 5, pair 6, 8. South, north. South first. This 1, 9 sucks. We'll ditch north next, but 1, 9 after that, I think. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with the collab streams on Fridays and Saturdays, but it is draining just to be live for that long. We're so close to finishing the archipelago. I'm really glad we didn't try to like push through and go like, we could do it in one stream. Because so far it's taken us 14 hours and we have not, we're like almost done. I think that maybe would have killed me. To attempt to do in one sitting. Apparently there's some maintenance for a new event in Mahjong Soul on what's it called? On the 22nd. So I'm excited. I've been saving up my my jade. So I can do a big 10 pull on whatever the event banner is. I don't know what it is. I haven't been paying attention, but I like when shiny thing go spin. Yeah, I mean, the problem I'm gonna get fucked here unless I pick up another 4. So that probably was ill-advised. Because that's gonna be footy 10. If I have to wait on the 1 or the 7. Well, we can atone for our mistakes by immediately going back and ending up in a slightly worse position than we started. Alright, I have a guaranteed save. 6, 5. But I haven't been cooking a lot. That's ill-advised. It's gonna deal on. Yep. I was like, oh, but I could have a triple. I could have a triple. My goodness, a triple for me. And my greed blinded me. Now I'm worse off than Shimocha. Alright, we're west. Dora is 5 mon. We got pair 1, triple 2, 3, 4. 1, 7, 8, and 5 green. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to having to wake up early for appointments, but I'm glad at least I get the appointments before the year is out. So I should be thankful for that. One of them I got on pretty short notice as well. So like that's pretty cool. But like God, then I have to go to them. I have to attend the appointments. And that's the worst part. But then they'll be done and I will have gotten to experience them. And the benefits of having seen doctors. Which aren't many, but they're there. Yeah, I'll wait on 1-5. It's not too bad. It's not a terribly valuable hand, but 5 is Dora. We have a chance for Uradora. Yeah, it's difficult to read. Which this is Silver Room, so who's to say? It's like a little early for pace, which is nice. More chances to get my discard. We could sumo, that would be fun. Yeah, I still haven't gotten to do the, because I've been saving it because I want to do it on stream. I haven't gotten to do the new Manderville stuff. Don't deal in. Fuck. But I've been progressing the Yakoi quest. Of course you have all this. Why wouldn't you? Well, that was quick. Goodbye, rank points. But the Yakoi quest line has been really fun. So close. I was so close to dipping back up into expert. But yeah, I really love the Yakoi. I was talking with my partner the other day about all the different ways in which I love the Yakoi. One of the quests I did was they were using a technique from Tonawautan cuisine to use meat, fruit, and animal fat to create sort of a stable trail ration. And so the quest was like, you have to create like molds so that they can press these things. And I was like, oh shit, that's pemmican, right? Like that is a food used by like the indigenous peoples of America, of what we now call America, for this exact purpose. Like, which is really cool. I'm glad that they actually got cultural consultants for this one. Because you can see like the little things like that, and that's really cool. And I like the Yakoi just in general. They're probably the Yakoi and the Mamulja are probably my favorite societies to date. I should have ditched this 8 and then kept the 6 in case it became useful. But it's just so cool, and I love that they're like their design is not what you would expect if someone told you that there were like a race of giants. They got like the big fish eyes, and then I love the Chirwager armor designed around that, right? They have like the sort of grills in their helmets over their eyes because their eyes are obviously very vulnerable because they're so big and wet. I really love the design of the Yakoi. And then I'm a slut for lizards, so I was there for the Mamulja from the get-go. But yeah, the Yakoi are just, and then their culture is really cool. I love the whole deal with living sepulchers. The idea that they're a largely glyph based like writing system. And that, like, Turali script is sort of a mush of the Eorzean alphabet and Yakoi glyphs. Just very cool. That, and I just really feel the scale whenever I'm talking to them. Maybe it's because I'm a short Ara, but there's just like fucking 3 of me tall. And that's not even counting like the really giant one guarding the temple. So we're kind of fucked on 5s. So we need a 2. Which I haven't seen any of yet. 2s are still in play. 2 so. It's 3, 4. We pick up a 5 mon. Yeah, I should have just gotten Tenpai. I didn't realize how late we were. I was too busy thinking about giants. I could pawn this still and get Tenpai, but it's unlikely. Yo? I mean, it's not happening, but... Yeah, you're right. I just wasn't paying attention. That's the problem, is I want to yap, but if I'm yapping, I'm not locking in. Where's South? Dora, 6 mon. We got 3, 4, 9. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 1, 5, 6, 9. That's South. It's 3, 5, 7 to get us straight here. Not great. This 1, 9 sucks. Probably to South. Note there's one on the board. I have been, I think I mentioned this last time, I was playing Skies of Arcadia for the GameCube, but I was like, I don't know if I have the stamina for it. So I stopped and I watched a playthrough of it that fast-forwarded through a lot of grinding, which I think I needed, because, like, I would not have had the stamina to play that. But that game is really, really cool. I'm glad that I got to experience the story of it. And I think a remake would go super hard. And I know I'm not alone in that. There are a lot of Skies of Arcadia fans who are like, why the fuck have we not gotten a sequel or a remake? So it's cool. It's definitely cool. I would recommend watching a playthrough of it if you are interested. But I probably would recommend playing it, just because. Yeah, it's got some jank. It's got some clunk. But I just watched that. That was like my little movies that I would watch while I was doing work on my computer or whatever, which was fun. So definitely would rec checking out a playthrough of that. I dipped into Darkened Sky, which I don't remember if I talked about last week. I know I talked about it, or last Monday rather. I know I talked about it during the Archipelago stream. But that game is fucking wild, because that is that's a Skittles game. I know that was dangerous, but that's a Skittles-based game. But it's like genuinely just like a third-person fantasy action game. And the magic system happens to be Skittles-based. The writing is like very early 2000s, like snark, which is kind of fun. But the game sucks to play, so I stopped playing it. That was fun to like try. We're still south. Dora is 7 We got 2, 3, 4, 2 per 5, 6, 8, 2 per 5, 9. South red. But it was fun to try. I tried PN03 for like half a second, and then the controls sucked so bad that I just gave up. Which I feel like is just gonna be the experience of a lot of these. It's like, oh, people remember like being enamored with it as a child, but I went back to play it and it's not good. And then I started, on the recommendation of my friend Screm, I started playing Baten Kaitos. Because I'm like, I think I'm just not an RPG person. And it's like, well, no, I think what I don't like is having to grind a bunch. Alright, 9 mana is now Dora, which is cool. Take that. 9 is out of commission. So I started playing Baten Kaitos, and it's interesting. It's definitely, the length is starting to grate on me. But the combat system is fun. I'm not very good at the deck building aspect of it, just because I'm not very good at deck builders. But I'm enjoying it. I like the passage of time aspect is really cool. For clarity, I just got to the capital city in Diadem. I'm gonna sacrifice my bulging shape. But, so I'm like, not very far, and I know that this game has 2 discs. For a matter of fact, it has 2 discs, so... oh god damn it. I'm certain I have... it's not terrible. I'm certain I have quite a ways to go in the game, but it's neat. I do feel like they're not really making use of the perspective, the character perspective, as much as I would like. Yeah, I know the 100% speedrun is crazy for Baten Kaitos. I mean, like, any 100% run of it is crazy, because you have to get, like, every possible item, essentially, because you have in your menu, like, a log that shows every different item you have found. And some of the items you have to, like, literally, they have to sit in your inventory for long enough, and you only have so many quest item slots, so you can only hold, like, 4 or 5 quest items. Plus, like, I've already picked up a quest where I'm like, oh yeah, you would have to complete this side quest for 100%. But literally the quest is filling out this guy's entire family tree over the course of the whole game. And so many of his family members ask you to do shit for them before they'll fill out their name on the family tree and, like, go see him before he dies. So you have to do, like, side quests to finish the side quest. It's crazy. So... But yeah, like, because the character perspective is, and this is not, like, a spoiler, because I haven't the first fucking 30 seconds. You play as, like, the guardian spirit of the sort of main character, Callus. So you are, like, quite literally, you have that sort of outside perspective. And, like, sometimes they'll, like, ask you stuff, and there'll be a couple options, and usually it's like, what do you think we should do? And it's like, we should join and help, or fuck that noise, let's leave. And it's like, obviously you pick the one that makes the story happen. And if you pick the other one, they're like, I don't know, I think we should go help. Which is like, And I think there's like an invisible like trust rating with the characters that like improves your performance in combat, I think. But it's at least so far into the game, I feel like they're really not making use of that aspect of it mechanically. Narratively, it's like, okay, this is kind of interesting. But like mechanically, the fact that you are like you literally have like a meta narrative perspective is not being used a lot, which is kind of frustrating. So I'm gonna stick with it and see if it goes somewhere. But it's that's kind of grating on me. Otherwise, I think the writing is like pretty solid. The voice acting is rough. And I should specify I'm playing like Baten Kaitos Eternal Wings or something. I think there might have been an earlier version, but this is like the definitive edition, or maybe a version for a different system. This is like the definitive edition GameCube version. There we go. Thank you. Oh, no aura. I was really hoping we get some aura. But yeah, there's like, if you want to get all the stuff on your first pass through the areas, you have to like grab an extra 2 bottles of milk from the starting village and then hope that it hasn't taken you too long to get to the Lord's Manor, because you need to have both yogurt and cheese to finish all the quests in there, which take different amounts of time to age from milk. So you either have to pick them up with perfect timing, or you have to have pick them like, or you have to wait in the Lord's Manor after you give a yogurt for the other one to turn into cheese from yogurt. Which is like, it's a cool concept. It's absolutely fiendish. I know specifically, because I looked it up because I wanted to do this. I know specifically that Kuzman's family tree quest doesn't have any missable steps. Because I was like, I'm not gonna 100% this game. This is a quest that I want to finish. That and the star map, which I think is not. I don't know if any of the pieces of that are missable, but I'm gonna like try and do my best. There we go. I could have had a better weight if I kept the 3 and ditched like a 1, but I want to potentially get 3 Dora here. No 3 Dora, but that's fine. I'll take the shmoney. Alright, we are East stars. I'm on. Fix that. But yeah, the camera mechanic is pretty neat as well. The fact that one of the cards you can put in your deck, or one of the types of card you can put in your deck, is a camera. And if you take pictures of enemies and then let them develop, you can then sell them, and then the better the quality of the picture, the more money you can get for it. And like, that's really neat, the idea that you make money by taking photos of different enemies. That's the other thing that makes the 100% go a long time, because you need to get a bunch of different photos of different enemies, and there's like a normal photo and then like a unique photo for each enemy, or for each boss at least. And then you can only take so many like loot rewards from an encounter, so you can't take both at the same time. I think as long as you've seen it, it gets added to the library. You don't have to have like obtained it specifically. Yeah, I'll change my weight a little bit. We pick up an 8 and we can get a what, a 4-7 weight? Rather than wait on the 6 mon, which I'm not too stoked about. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. I have been using Dolphin's fast forward feature for some of the battle animations because they take 48 hours to play. Which is just like, and they're not skippable, and I don't know, I might look and see if anyone's got like mods out that just make certain things skippable. Because that's the thing, is a lot of encounters are really not avoidable, and then the only way to run from them is to draw an escape card, which if you have it in your deck, it can take a while. But also... Oh, you can just turn off encounters in the Switch remake? That's nice. I did hear... I remembered, like, oh, didn't they do a Switch remake of this or something? But I was like, I'll just play the GameCube version. Because that's what I'm looking for, so I'm looking for GameCube titles that I missed when I was growing up. Like, I bet as a kid I would have loved this game. But as a kid, I had nothing but time, baby. I had so much time. But yeah, it can get rough, just like traversing areas. $50 more to import a copy from Singapore because they only did an English physical copy in Southeast Asia. Interesting. Well, that's scary. I don't like that. Yeah, because it's okay. Thank God they don't have dragons. But yeah, it's one of those things where like it seems like it has like a really robust following. So I wouldn't be surprised if there were people who had modded it. So I'll dig around and see if I can find any interesting mods, just for like gameplay experience, quality of life stuff. Because obviously I don't want to like completely destroy the encounter rate because I don't want to be underleveled for stuff. But they're also like drip feeding the class level upgrades, so I feel like that's sort of a good way of knowing when you're supposed to get certain stuff. It's like, okay, I should have a few levels by now because I'm gonna upgrade my class level. But yeah, it's been fun so far. I've just got the third party member. I will say, like, I'm sure that this will be revealed probably in the next, like, 20 minutes of gameplay from where I am. But, like, I don't really know why the third party member is, like, chill with going with us. Because it seems like he's got, like, a pretty stable home life and, like, a job and stuff. And he's just like, well, I'll go with you to go save the king or whatever. And it's like, why? Like, what's your damage, my guy? Like, he's kind of got it made. I mean, aside from the, like, evil empire invading his hometown, but, like, that's new. And he decided to go with us before then. Oh, god damn it. Well, at least I didn't discard the 3, because they would have called Pwn on that. And honestly, we're still in second, so I'm doing okay. All last, we are north. Dora is red. We got pair 3, pair 7, 8, 2, pair 5, 7, 6, pair 9, white. 2 probably can go first. Pair 7, yeah. We can go for a Chitoy or Toy Toy situation here. Got 5 pairs already, so. There's that. But yeah, it seems cool. It seems like a cool game with, like, a cool sort of gimmick and concept. I'm just like, I'm waiting for it to pick up, right? Like, I'm obviously still in the inciting action. There's plenty more to, like, go. I'm just like, come on, let's get there. I'm being impatient. But I am enjoying it so far. It's neat. I think would be my assessment so far. Like, it's not mind-blowing. At least not yet, but it's neat. It's interesting. Yeah, fuck it, Chitoy. Chitoy waiting on a terminal, why not? Chitoy Aka 1. Everybody drop your Nenara Chitoys in chat. Like, and the other thing is, like, with the card combat system, we're getting into, like, having multiple numbers on a card, which is cool. Like, I'm glad that it's starting to get more complex. But it also, like, it feels like the fact that there's only pairs and straights is starting to, like, hamper the complexity there could be. Because, like, it's clearly there's, like, poker inspiration. And it's like, but could we have not done anything else? But, like, I get that it's gonna get more complicated, and, like, I'm already kind of struggling with what it's at. I'm just like, I want it to be weird. I want it to get conflict. Like, give me a Mahjong. Give me Reichi levels of complexity. So that I can suck ass at it. Honestly, an RPG with a Mahjong-based combat system would go so fucking hard. Where you, like, play melds, and then you can, like, counter your opponents by, like, making, like, Chi or Pwn calls to, like, flip their thing against them. Someone should make that. Not me, but someone should make that. I did the boss fight in the Lord's Manor. I did go into after leveling up Shella's class level and forgetting to fill out her deck. So I did go in with her having like 5 passes in her deck, which really sucked. The boss fight against Giacomo. But it's neat. It's a cool game. And I'm hoping it will continue to hold my focus. Although I probably will still be playing it by then. When I start Chrono Trigger, I'll probably have to put it on hold because I don't think I can handle 2 RPGs in my brain space at the same time. Ooh, we could go for a flush situation here. This could be fun. Especially with the pair away, we can half flush, just the 1/8. We're not going to call pawn on that. I think it's more valuable. I don't want this. They should make a Yaku that's like all red, so that I can have red 5s. Although red 5s have a different suit, you couldn't do anything with them. But yeah, the I don't know if they updated anything about it on the Switch remake. All red is double Yakuman and Toho Mahjong because they have character builds which can turn tiles red. Oh, interesting. But yeah, I don't know if the Switch remake changed any of the voice acting, but like the GameCube quality of voice acting is pretty bad. It's pretty bad to listen to. Like, it sounds like they're all speaking through the speaker on a Wiimote. Like... yeah, I'll call it. Doesn't fucking matter, I guess. Somebody else got a half flush. That should have been my half flush. Let me get to East 2 at least. We're south, Dora is 1 peen, we got 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 1, 3, 6, 9, south pair north red. Yeah, I should have ditched the red 5 first, it would have been smarter and safer. Played like 5 hours, put it down, and not picked it up in the last 3 years. Mood. That's what I did with Scarlet Nexus, which is a game I thought was really cool, and I was like, man, I have a lot on my plate. Maybe I should take a break from playing Scarlet Nexus, and then I didn't play it ever again. And now I'm afraid I've forgotten all of the buttons, so I'm just never going to play it. Even though the music was fucking killer in that game. And it had maybe one of my favorite social link scenes ever of any video game. because I played the Kasane route. I was like halfway through the Kasane route. And this scene happens relatively early after like the big event. No spoilers. The big event that happens that diverges the two characters' routes pretty primarily. There's a social link in the Kasane route with the other main character, whose name I forget because he is so boring. And it's literally like, oh, you could do a social link with this character, and I'm like, with the other player character? Like, that's kind of weird. And when you initiate the social link, Kasane pulls out her phone. She has a text from him that's like, hey, can we talk? Like, a lot is going on and things are happening very fast. Like, can we just sit down and chat? And she just hits the block button and the social link ends. And it's the funniest fucking scene I've ever seen. It's so good. I had all 4 Easts. I had all 4 Easts. Oh my god. Scarlet Nexus is cool. It's one of those games where it's like, I wish I hadn't stopped playing it. Because I want to see what happens. But, like, I'm not going to play it again. I'm not going to start. We'll ditch the 2 first. We have 4 pairs to start, which is pretty tight. I like that a lot. Especially because these are prime Ipeco targets. Just like that. But yeah, I really liked Scarlet Nexus. It is not my usual, like, style of game. It is very much... I do not play that style of game usually. But I had a blast when I was playing it. It's the kind of thing I would play, like, way too long and then realize it was, like, 2 a.m. Because I was just like, well, let me just get to the one more story beat. One more story beat. And then... Well, I'm sure you can tell where that went. Till eventually I was like, I can't keep playing this, it's destroying my life. But it's a fun game. Ditch the 5. 7's gonna be easier to get a pair for than 5. Not that I need more pairs. I'm going for Toy Toy. But at least we have Tanya with this situation. Five beans, that's fine. Oh. But I will never get over that fucking scene. The fact that it's like, initiate social link with other character, and then you initiate the social link, and it's just a cutscene of you blocking their number. Because I was like, it's weird that it gives me, the player, the option to initiate the social link, because I feel like Kasane doesn't want to initiate a social link, and then she just terminates the cutscene. God, it's so fucking funny. That, and I really like that the gifts in that game that you give to your friends, like, actually show up in the hideout and, like, you can see them using them. It's not, like, totally meaningless. Okay. Don't. I said no. I don't think you heard. I said don't. So you weren't supposed to, but then you did call it. So you actually weren't supposed to do that. So you actually messed up. So I'd appreciate an apology. All right, all last. We're in fucking last. We're north. Door is 4 We got 149. Pair 1, 3, pair 4, 6, 2, southwest north. We're gonna ditch west first because they were mean to me, and then south because they're in first. And then north because I think it's probably dead. And then the 1-9 Mon look like prime candidates for discardal. Ugh. But yeah, Skies of Arcadia is very cool. Baten Kaito so far is pretty cool. I really want to do Luigi's Mansion on way back, but that would require getting a disc of Luigi's Mansion, which, as far as I can tell, would cost me at least $50, which is money I do not have. Like, because I've committed to Way Back Wednesday being on original hardware, it primarily consists of games that I played as a kid, which means I don't get to play Luigi's Mansion without having a physical disc. And I could like bend the rules if I wanted to, but like I understand that those are rules that I invented. So they're entirely at my whim. But yeah, because I never got to play Luigi's Mansion as a kid, and I really want to play it, but I don't want to like. I would want it to be the first time on Way Back. The reason why like I'm playing through all these games not on Way Back is because I don't think they would make for good visuals, and I don't know if I'm gonna stick them out all the way. Like Luigi's Mansion, I feel would be good for both of those things. Like I would play the whole game, and it would be fun to watch. Baten Kaitos, I don't know if I'm gonna play the whole game, and it would be excruciating to watch. It would take me like 12 years to beat it on stream. Please be like a Sanbaimon, so that I can end in third. Not quite. Very swingy today. Fourth, then first, then fourth again. Alright. Let's take a quick break. I'm gonna get up, stretch my legs, grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever you need. We'll be back in 5. And then we'll play some more Mahjong. See y'all in a moment, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sticking around during our break. Let's hop into some more Silver Room East matches. Oh, I got a nice stretch. I pet my cat. Grab some more tea. You know, it's getting chilly, actually. I should start drinking some hot tea again. A little hot tea with honey and ginger. Sounds real nice. Especially I've been doing so many streams. My throat needs a little pick me up. I think I have some smokier teas left. I have some smoky tea with a little honey. Like some lapsang. We are east. Doris 15, we got 9. 1 4 pair 6 8. 1 2 3 pair 4 5 6 red. We'll ditch the 9 on. 1 peen is another candidate for removal. Yep. Potential Sanshoku here. Or not Sanshoku, Ipeiko on 2 3 4. We can absolutely get Tanya going if we can get that 2 3 4 Sanshoku. Ipeiko. 2 3 4 Ipeiko. Yeah, we got pair 6 and then 2 3 4 3 4 5. So now we're not waiting up 1. There we go. And an Ipeiko plus pair here, so we just gotta sort out our peen. And then we're golden. Alright, 8 peen is Dora now as well, which does mean there's less 7 peen in addition to less 5. No, 5 peen is Dora, it's not an indicator. So the 7 peen is bad news for us, but the 4 peen wouldn't have an impact. Because we have Tanyao, I should be able to wait in case I can improve my weight. I can sit on my hand without calling reach. This is an alright situation to be in. This is a little scary over here, but... now this is just turning into Cheetoy. I mean, Cheetoy Dora 3, which is not bad. God damn it. Alright, we are north. Dora is 8 peen. We got 2, 5, 6, 7, 4, 8, pair 9, 3, 4, 5, east, west. I should have been paying more attention to the safety of my discards instead of just trying to optimize my hand. I was focusing entirely on point maximization and not paying attention to defense. I was blinded by the shinies in my hand. This 2 doesn't really have any friends. This 8... Ugh. Okay, bulging shape. You love to see it. Hmm. That's worrying. Alright, catching up to third at least is looking to be slightly easier. We're north, Dora is west. We have 5-1 pair 9, 4-5 7 9, south pair north. Green red. South first. And 1 peen probably. I like the pair red. Seven, 8, 9. Love to see it. Probably green on the chopping block now. Obviously, we want to try and call pawn on both these pairs, as they rule. Then we can have pair 9. There we go. Writing on 3-6. So fortunately, it's not too hard to read. But it doesn't matter, we get Sumo. Not a ton of points, but it pulls us up into third. We are west. Dora is 4 peen. We got 1-3-5, 1-3-6-9, 1-8-9. West pair green. This 1 sucks. This 9 sucks. Yeah, 9 peen. Next discard. 2 Aka I enjoy. Ditch the 9 so now. I keep wanting to use the Sichuan names for the suits. Get rid of my 9 Tiao. I'll ditch the 1. I'm gonna hold the white for a little bit, in case we get to improve it. Yeah. There we go. Now we have a pair. Which will make up for the fact that we're using our green as a triple. There we go. Senpai. Green Dragon Akatu isn't too bad. If we pick up a 4, we could ditch the 1. Like that. Akatu Dora 1. Akatu Dora 2. Thank you. That's 5 Han right now. With a 7-tile double-sided weight. don't. Okay. I was like, don't tell me you were waiting on fucking West. Like an insane person. Oh. Do we play defensively? We play defensively. Like, I just can't afford to lose any more points. So... losing the double-sided weight is unfortunate, but it doesn't matter! Pog! I mean, we lose one of our Akka, unfortunately, but... I think that was the right play. Alright, all last. We are south. Dora is 6 peen. We have 1, 2, 3... or 1, 2, pair 3, pair 6, 3, 9, east, pair west, north, red. Missed out on 100 points. But didn't I miss out on one Han because I ditched the Akka? Because wouldn't it have been... or am I just misunderstanding how the points are calculated? Because it was a sumo? Oh, hold on. Since I had 30 fu. Okay. I need to learn how fu works. Where east Dora is 5 mon, we got 2, 6, 8, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. South pair north. 9. Probably south next. Just because it scares me. We're basically at fucking starting values. I wasn't even paying attention. I don't know how we got here. I think it's because Toymen sumoed. I just didn't see what they got. I ditched 2 mon. Don't call pawn on an out-of-seat wind. Ditched 7. Is it because the 8 is a higher number, so it's more fu? That's vaguely how fu works, right? It's like White Dragon... 5, 6, 7, peen... 6, 7, 8... mon... 4 Han versus 5 Han's not that much of an upgrade. Okay. Noted. Sticking that in my brain socket. Yeah, I mean, it ended up working out, but the weight was also not great. 7 tiles down to 4 is rough. 430 Suno is 7,900 compared to Manga Nikkei. Yeah. I don't really want another one so. Especially when 2s are out and 3s are at risk. I'm just gonna keep my 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Another 4 is not too bad. Just in case. These are now a forced pair. Unless I ditch them now. Because they suck anyway. We just get on Tenpai? I think we just get on Tenpai. Coming up on the end here, I just want to get another shot at dealing. Okay. I really need to get back and actually buckle down and read Rishi Book 1. That was scary. A little worried about this player. They haven't really made any calls recently. I feel like we're gonna get like a sleeper Tsumo or something. Like, yeah, I literally have no tiles to win on. I probably should have ditched this. I mean, didn't end up mattering, but... We are east, star is 3 peen. We have 1, 5, 6 pair 9, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 7 east. Let's ditch the one here. 1 Mon. It's another candidate. Everything else is kind of working for me. Yeah, we got 6, 7 here now. The east, honestly, is working for me the least. The 1, 3 is not good. But it's got a friend, at least. Another 1 Mon. No easts on the board. I really don't need that. Another 3. Yeah, we'll ditch east. I like the pair 3 here. This big stack of sandwich. It's double club. Could work for me, but it's gonna have to start pulling its weight. 4 is good. Could get a little screwed here if we pick up a 5. The 8 would kind of fuck us over. Like that. A 7 would fuck us over now. Unfortunately. Well, actually, it wouldn't, because if we pick up a 7, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, but we'd still be waiting on the 3. If we had the 8, it would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'd be waiting on the 9, which would be footy 10. So we're actually okay, I think. If we pick up a 3, then we're waiting on 1, 7. 1, 4, 7. There's my other east. I have it safe. My 9 mon. I mean, doesn't come into play ultimately there, but 9 mon probably would have been my best discard, especially because I have another pair in the 3 so. We're in first in South 2. Oh my god! We're north. Dora is west. We have 2, 9, 4, 7, 8, 1, 4, 6, 7, 9. Triple east. That would have been great last hand. This 1 sucks. This 9 sucks. Maybe someday I'll get to draw a tile. This 1 also sucks, but I prefer to effect any amount of change on my hand than nothing. Alright, 9 mon next. And then 4Peen doesn't really have any friends. Well, we'll ditch 9 so. So at least we have a pair here. But 3 is good. Ditch 4Peen. I maybe could have done like an outside hand here, a half outside, if I hadn't ditched my terminals, but I'm more concerned with getting a hand so that I don't get left in the dust. I love that we came back from break and immediately got a long-ass fucking game. So this is only 4 tiles on this 7-8, so I should probably cut this. If I'm gonna cut anything. Because the 9's, 3 of the 9's up here, and then 1 of the 6's. Yeah, let's cut the 7-8. Probably could have kept the 5-7 and ditched the 8 earlier, but... Okay, Sarah. And all that. Fucking 7. Yeah, I'll take the pair 7 instead of the pair 9. Never mind, fuck me. Is that Ipeco? No, it's 7 pairs, okay. I mean, it's not good, because I end in last now. But Ipeco would have been worse. Wow, we were just swinging with firsts and fourths today. Oh, I meant to hit one more match. Oops. My goodness. I probably should have intuited that the 7-peen were safer, given the relative dearth of any tiles around them. I just always see terminals as safer to discard than middle tiles. Because I'm a fool who sees patterns where they may or may not exist. We are east. Dora is 8 mon. We have 2, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. 2, pair 4, 5, 5, 9. White, touch 9. So. Almost said Tiao. It's 2. Doesn't have any friends. White's not really got anything going on. So, probably white next. We can start scooching these together for an Ipeco. Ideally with the Dora intact. We already have the double 7, which is the hardest one to get. Given the indicator. South. It's already dead. Oh no, I finished my tea. I'll have to make some more after stream today. It's like our hand is developing really slowly. Four. Don't want that. That's a trick. The trap designed to get me to give up on mushing these together into an Ipeco. That 3 is also a trick. It's a trick and a trap. Designed to harm me. Sorry, I just like hard spaced out there. Oh. Yeah, this should probably be my last game of today. given that. Oh my god. Whew. Pitch north. Man, one thing that I'm not a huge fan of when it comes to the colder months is how dry it gets. I feel like the air is so dry. My god, I haven't developed my fucking hand the whole time. You just gotta get on Tenpai at this point. Yeah, it's not great. Not great draws. I just gotta be careful not to draw in or deal in. Don't. Okay. I was like, don't you fucking dare. Well. We are north. Dora is south. We got pair 1, pair 8, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 2, 6, 7 west. West first, 2 so next. Well, this hand's not too bad. We have 2 pairs and a meld, 2 2 proto melds. If this goes into south, I'm gonna fall asleep at my computer. I did not sleep very well last night. My whole sleep schedule is fucking off kilter, which is not great given the appointments I have coming up that I have to wake up for. I wish naps worked for me. And didn't just like throw me even more off balance. They'll eat mooncake together. Now I'm at the mercy of the tiles. As ever. Hi, Poppy! Welcome! Thanks for hanging out. I very rarely, if ever, nap, because it just... I wake up like fucking Robin Williams in Jumanji. Just like, what year is it? What's happening? Where am I? Just like completely off balance. Which sucks, because sometimes I just really want to take a nap, but I know it'll throw off my whole day. So, I'm just gonna try and get to bed early tonight, so that I'm, like, awake at a normal time for tomorrow, so that hopefully my Wednesday appointment, which is in the morning, goes okay. It's too long or too short, it's just awful, but if it's just right, it works well. I used to, when I worked mornings, when I was working food service. When I wasn't clopening, at least, I did opens, which was, like, really early in the morning. So what I would do is I would wake up at, like, a good while before I had to go to work, and I would, like, you know, get dressed, like, put on my uniform, brush my teeth, have some food or whatever, and then I would nap until I had to leave. I would, like, lay down on the couch by the door and nap there. Because it was just like, all right, I'm awake enough to do my morning routine, and then I just go back into sleep, and it doesn't count as a nap, and it works because I'm just continuing my sleep from earlier. We are west. Dora is 1 peen. We got pair 2, 3, 5, 9, 6, 7, 3. Pair east, southwest. White. White. Yeah, the same weight as me. Damn. That could have been nice. Could have done a double roan if that hadn't been a self-draw. South now. Get potential Ipeco on 2, 3, 4. That'd be nice. Ditch west. No Ipeco now, because we're open, but... Oh, Poppy, fun fact. This shape, the 3 pair 4 5, like a run of 3 with a double of the middle tile, it's called a bulging shape. Oh, whoa. Looks at your bulging shape. But yeah, I find generally speaking, if it's not like right after, like early in the morning, then I just get thrown off hard by naps. They just don't work for me. Which is a shame, because I really would love it if I could use those to help organize my sleep schedule better. Man, I need to go get more scallion pancakes. I wanted to have scallion pancakes and eggs this morning. But we're out of scallion pancakes. So I can't. Maybe for lunch I'll have a sweet potato pancake. That sounds yummy. I just want something like flaky and crispy. Ooh, notices your bulgy wulgy. God, yeah, I'm like falling asleep trying to focus on this. Thank God. Oh, and it's not even all the last because none of us are at 30k. Oh, you forgot to do an entire boss for DS. Awesome. We got plenty to do on Saturday then. Alright, so west is Dora, we're south. We got 3 per force pair 6, 1, 3, 4, 5, 4. West, green, red. Probably just west next. Yeah, don't you still have like lower end undead settlement or something to do? I know it was giving you a bunch of checks that like you still that you had already checked. It was marking them as not done. But didn't you still have more to do in that area? I'm sorry Pop Tracker has been so rude to you vis-a-vis DS3. If I get punch uppercut, I think I can get the remaining checks in the areas I have access to. Lower ended Berg. Yeah, okay. So you got that at least. But if I get punch uppercut, which I might just hint next time, that is enough to do the flut checks without having flut. So I can potentially do that because the extended punch uppercut is what I need. And I've been looking at the speedrun movement. And the extended punch uppercut is the key. For another 3, I don't really do that. Probably should have kept the 1, just in case. So I'm not gonna open, and I was hoping to use Dora as my pair. Yeah, because now there's a 2, and that's gonna be footy 10, but we'll sit on it for now. I can always discard it again. Pick up a 4 or a 7, then we're fine. If Shimocha were to call here, we would go into South 1. Most likely. In which case I'd be alright. 6, 7, 8 I like. Yeah, let's cut down the 2-3 shape. We don't need it. I guess out of 40-10 at least. Why? Why? Oh my god, another 4th! It's happening! Today's not a good day for me, Mahjong wise. Ugh. Yeah, I might load up my 100% file for Jack and Daxter this week and just try out some of the speedrun movement. See if I can do the flutless area. Alright, let's call it there for today. Let's see, is anyone streaming? Is anyone stramming that I can raid? But thank you everyone for coming and hanging out. I appreciate it. Hope that it has been a chill day. It looks like I don't see anyone streaming right now. Oh, let me check VChunky real quick. No, I am the last person in Chunky Promo. So we're just gonna call it there. Yeah, I would be fine if we turned off Deathlink for the final stream. But we can talk about that. Alright. Let's call it there. Bye everyone. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Wednesday, we are maybe finishing Blueprints. I know I said that last week, but maybe. And then Friday, we're doing more Nuzlocke with Poppy, our lovely Poppy Poyo. And then Saturday, we are definitely finishing the Archipelago. Goodbye!